Hey, welcome back, class. This is episode 1, lesson 2, What is a Town? And today we're going to be getting into a little bit more about the setting, so now less so about the natural environment and more about what actually makes up the town and how it would be laid out, because we need to have a really good visual image in our mind of where we'd be living during 1859. Let's go. All right, class, let's get into this episode. So episode 1, lesson 2 is what is a town? And we're still trying to focus on the learning target of finding the central idea in a text or choosing which one is most important based upon the evidence we find. And we're going to be able to show that we know that when we consider the layout of the town of Chattanooga in our reading called The Town. And then eventually you'll also be thinking about what variables might impact the construction of a town when you answer questions later on. And those variables are like geography, transportation, climate. Those are the ways that you'll be able to show that you understood sort of the central idea of the text, how it's laid out, and how that would, what things would affect that. So moving on down our list of steps, right now, we're going to go to step 1, and I'm going to read the town to you. You do not have to do this part with me. If you want to just read on your own because you prefer that, that's fine. I won't be offended because I won't know. Here we go. Sitting in the valley on the edge of the river is a town of about 3,000 people. Some of the valley are new to the town, and others have been here for a long time. The town has a number of churches, a hotel, bank, newspaper, restaurant, school, jail, flour mill, tannery, sawmill, railroad station, furniture manufacturer, general store, and warehouses. There's one main street with other streets that really are more like cowpaths than streets. Stumpy fields, ponds, and patches of forest timber often interrupt the streets. Old oak and hickories provide shade in the summer heat. All in all, this is a bustling town because the railroad line runs north and south and east and west. Intersecting on the edge of town, most of the businesses were built with wood with the exception of the railroad station. It was made of brick, built to last. The railroad is important to the town, as the town has become a crossroads for shipping goods from one region to another, both on the river and the railroad. Some of the houses throughout the town are owned by the more prosperous townspeople. These homes are 2 stories with front porches supported by large columns. Most of the homes are made of wood. The more well-to-do use brick. Many homes are wooden structures with peaked roofs and modest in size. Chimneys sit at both ends of the homes to provide heat from wood fireplaces. Behind many of the homes are barns, smokehouses, and other buildings. It is not uncommon to find cows, chickens, and turkeys in barnyards behind the houses. There's a feeling of energy and well-being in this town as the community is growing and there is money to be made for the person who is willing to put in a hard day's work. That's the end of our reading. If you scroll down below, you'll see that there's today's vocabulary question or vocabulary words based upon some words I thought that we may not know in the text. After that, we've got a little image that shows the town of Chattanooga, and you might notice how it relates to the bridge, the river, and some of the hillsides as far as geography goes. And we have our central idea questions at the bottom. All right. Make sure that you fill out those questions in your paper and then submit on Schoology. You'll be good to go. All right, class. Thanks for joining me today. Make sure like, follow, or subscribe, and we will catch you next time.